talk or what we doing?
Whichever.
Because we get some YouTube comments too. It's the only problem. Hi, whoever can hear us right now. I'm talking to him instead of you guys, but
Hello?
Hello, children.
I don't want that. I want a Red Bull. Give me a Red Bull. No, first. All right.
Amped Airsoft. Are you doing Insta?
You don't have TikTok on your phone,
No, I don't.
so I'm doing that.
Okay, then I'm doing Instagram and you're doing TikTok. And,
Yes, and all the platforms.
and then YouTube.
YouTube Logan will.
Logan will read the YouTube comments. Is that? Can you actually click that so it's populating?
Yeah, I am. I'll get there. Hola TikTok. Welcome to our live stream. It's just literally angled at Tom munching down on sandwiches. Jimmy John's.
Yeah, sorry guys. Had a few Black Friday things to take care of, and then meetings, and I was like, oh yeah, the live is happening today, but it's lunchtime live, so this is okay and appropriate.
It is actually okay. That is the nice thing about it.
Well, yeah, eating on the live is 100% kosher.
Absolutely.
Hi, Rogue.
Well, welcome to our weekly lunchtime live, where, if you guys don't know the premise here, we answer all of your airsoft and non-airsoft related questions, and you can gather some industry information. We start businesses here.
We do start businesses.
We answer questions that you might wait time to get answered somewhere else on the spot. Instantly. What's up? Welcome to the live. TikTok is new, so if you guys are big TikTok advocates and you like to use TikTok over Instagram, we're live on there now too. So thank you for swinging through there.
What's up, guys? What's up, brother?
And
Reese of onions, brother.
yeah, it does reek of onions in here. But I do have a question already. So I just bought an airsoft gun with a split gearbox. How can I upgrade it? Split gearboxes are
Already upgraded.
technically, yeah. If you're talking about AEGs, usually it's pretty standard amongst the split gearbox family.
Yeah, so most of the split gearboxes internally are still going to use version 2 parts. Pretty much all the same thing. As far as specs goes, sorry, I'm trying to eat.
Yeah.
But if you're HPAing it, please just keep in mind that you have your engine would normally go where the cylinder's at, and then the air hose has to go down through the grip area. So now there's no point to it being a split gearbox.
Yeah.
And your wiring from your trigger board needs to go up back into the upper part for your HPA unit. So
Just keep that in mind.
yeah, just be delicate when you're taking it apart. Slide it off. Don't try and open it like it should be able to do because it's a split gearbox. Don't do any of that.
Mm-hmm. So just be delicate. Just be understanding that it is a little different from a V2, but most of the time you're good to go with standard components.
What gun do you have? Because I've been working on a few different split gearboxes lately.
Yeah.
Let me know.
I know ICS was kind of leading the charge of split gearboxes for a while.
A lot of our Tauruses now, the M4s are all split gearboxes. Not all, but most of them.
It's cool. Yeah. How big should my HPA tank be? HPA tank will definitely be determined by the size of your gun. Not even the size, but just the type of gun, more or less. LMG, usually it's as much air as you can carry. It's kind of the mentality. But if you're doing like a rifleman, honestly, one of the most comfortable setups that I've ever encountered was a dual 13 or dual 26 3000 cubic inch setup. And they sit nicely in like flat packs.
They're great. That's
And
my go-to setup.
yeah, dual tanks are awesome. So if you want to do any of that, I highly recommend it.
There is a quick this is very rough calculation that I do.
Tom does.
So whatever your operating pressure is, so the pressure that you generally set your regulator to when playing, can kind of help you get a BB or a round count for the size of tank you have. So what I generally do is if I have a 26 3000 tank, I multiply 26, the cubic inches, by 3000, the carrying capacity of the tank. multiply that together, and then divide by my operating pressure. So generally it's 80 to 100 PSI for most people. And that'll give you a very, very, very rough, that is not good math or science or whatever, but it is actually a rough estimate of how many BBs you can get out of that tank in your gun setup. So if you guys want to do it that way to kind of get a rough estimate of what tank you might need for your use cases, there is a wide variance on that formula on what it's actually going to be in real life. But otherwise, that's what I do when people ask me to get a rough estimate. What's going on?
No, you're good. I'm just checking something on the phone.
Okay. But I'm going to keep doing the Instagram questions.
Yeah, hit him.
Dual tank was a game changer for me.
Tom is very good at closing out of
I don't know
Instagram
what
and
you're talking
losing
about.
all your comments. You need demoted. You need demoted from Pittsburgh. Comment man. Oh, we do have another phone, Logan. It's in the other NAT box.
What's going on with that?
No, just so we could do YouTube.
Oh, that would be great.
I wanted to actually get.
I can just read the ones.
Yeah.
Read these guys.
I
Yep.
wanted to get a laptop and just bring up each social media platform
Oh, that's
And
way
it
better.
sits right here.
We'll just do that.
next time. I didn't have time today. So.
But yeah, what do you got, Logan?
I'm planning on upgrading my high cap with the HPA with an M4 adapter. What line would be the best buy for a person with longer arms?
42 inch.
Yeah, 42.
Our 42 inch line is definitely perfect for you. It's actually designed for pistols. So.
Another one. Do you have a Polar Star Jack M60 model coming in or in stock?
M60.
So it says.
Yeah, Jack M60.
We have a bunch of Polar Star units on the way right now because we just sold through a lot of them because of Black Friday sale.
We just got them.
So they just come in. Okay, so they might not all be received yet. They might be going up on the website right now, or they might be going up tomorrow morning at the latest, probably, depending on when they get through the order. And if it's not in there, we definitely have more shipments coming in from Polar Star all the time. If you're looking for an M60 one, there's not a specific M60 kit. You want the 249 kit for to go in your M60, and then you want the M60 length nozzle for your jack. That is what you need to HPA your M60.
What is the guy with the split giver is an ICS CXP 323 tubular AR.
Oh wow,
It's pretty dope. I don't see many people use an ICS anymore.
no, I don't either.
It's
And
a shame.
yeah, it's kind of weird because like I thought like ICS a while ago like was really really big as far as like a company that a lot of people would run. And nowadays it's like you never see an ICS.
Yeah, you don't even hear about them.
Yeah,
They had a whole episode on how it's made on TV.
yeah, they do.
What's the gun in the bottom left? So do you think it's my bottom left or this probably this bottom left?
Yeah, probably the orange too.
So
The OG.
this is as I break many things. This is a double eagle M4 with a N7 Milson in it with our amped Christmas line. You know, festive. It's sparkly. It's some stuff I had lying around, and now it is a functioning toy gun, and it's I like it.
Nostalgia. Absolutely like the most nostalgic airsoft gun.
Yeah, it's very very OG. Like when you think about like starting rifles and just different things like that. So very very cool little gun. And then, do you recommend a Kythera or Polar Star Jack? I would personally rather have a Jack. I think the tunability is a little higher, and you get full of it. I don't know. Jack's been out longer. I like it.
Jack can go in pretty much anything.
It's a jack of all trades.
Yeah. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. I hate you.
That was good. You
But
can't even be mad at that one.
they can go into pretty much anything. They're universal. They have can't talk. They have a ton of aftermarket boards, nozzles, whatever you want to throw that thing into, you can throw it into. There's enough different parts to throw it in whatever you want. The Kythera is very limited because of its mechanical system. Same with any mechanical system. But the Kythera, honestly, in particular, because of how the sear system works and how it is connected to the cylinder. We were looking at something today in the tech room, actually. Guy wanted to get a 417 with a Kythera in it. And, you know, if you have a 417 or if you looked at that gearbox, it's very similar to like a P90 style gearbox that was made into a version 2, where the electronics are outside of the metal shell of the gearbox itself. So if you're running a mechanical system and your physical trigger is now outside of the mechanical shell of the gearbox, but that's where your cylinder would sit. Now your steer system can't fit through, the tubes for your N7 can't fit through to get to the trigger and be placed properly. There's a lot more difficulties fitting a mechanical system into a airsoft gun than an electronic one, where you can just run wires. It's very, very simple to run wires to something compared to mechanical systems. I don't know. It's bad.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's bad. It's like anytime you touch it,
I don't want to touch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
But yeah. So think about that. If you're trying to use it in a weird gun, if you're trying to use it, you know, down the line in something different, you want to take that out and put in something different, I would go with the Jack. It's more universally, it's a Jack of all trades. But Kytheras are nice because they're waterproof. You know, they are mechanical. There's no electronics to get screwed up. Depends on your situation is what I would say to that. Whatever type of gun you're trying to build old reliable, and you put an M4, I would go with Kythera. You're trying to build, you know, a weird niche gun or a very easily tunable gun, I'll go with the Jack.
Is that a HPA shotgun or a spring behind you, Wes? This guy is actually, I haven't secured my pressure pad. That's why it's flopping all around. It's actually a SEMA tri-shot, and it's a Springer. I really wanted to do another spring like tri-shot like the old UTGs, but I wanted something that was a little bit more modern, like buffer tube, rail on the top. And I mean, key mod's like kind of outdated at this stage of the game. I mean, kind of. It's still relative or relevant. But it's pretty cool. So MOE grip with a Streamlight, and it's a floppy pressure pad, and it's dope. So I'm actually going to use it tonight at a Vic's game here at the Call Sign Dad's game here at Airsoft Arena. I'm going to give it a try. So very cool. And I don't like dealing with gas personally for shotguns.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just do spring. Shoots every time, you know. So can't complain there. How's it going, guys? Going well. Going well. Another day in the office. Another lunchtime live. Glad that you're joining in. And what's your top line airsoft gun for 2023? 2023.
Top line?
What's this top line airsoft gun look for 2023?
I think top of the line. I think like very expensive.
Yeah, I haven't really been thinking.
The G&G 3.0 series, like their M4 line, is quite cool. Yeah. It's very, very cool. That's one that's definitely up there. Some of the Arcturus AKs, some of the Specna arms are very cool. A lot of companies, and what we're seeing as we're adding these new guns into our catalog of HPA builds, we dissect all of them because we have to tear everything out basically. But they're putting in a lot more effort into onboard MOSFETs that are actually like high-end MOSFETs, better motors, better gear setups, better triggers, better barrel builds. Like, I think the last 3 years we've seen this turnover in AEG high quality parts that I'm very excited about. I don't know. There's a lot of cool ones. Well, you actually took it down.
MDRX?
The MDRX would be one of those. That would be probably one of my top picks. It's a really good. Now they did the gearbox update. It's very, very good. Now they did the gearbox update. That'd actually probably be one of my top picks is the MDRX from Silverback.
Oh yeah. Did I miss my response to my question because I was on a phone call? Ask your question again.
Yeah, ask your question. Sorry.
And what's the best engine for a 249?
The follow-up to that is it a Fusion? Fusion's definitely up there. I would argue that the Fusion's probably the best because of air efficiency that you can get out of a Fusion engine.
I just like it because it's the easiest thing to install.
It is the easiest. It 100% is.
It's so
They
simple.
make a dedicated kit for it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of dedicated kits, but it involves chopping up the existing gearbox. The Fusion engine is literally the only drop-in M249 gearbox.
It is expensive.
It is expensive. It's, in my opinion, worth it. Like, it's definitely worth it.
But I think the Fusion engine's your safest bet.
I would say it's probably the best one because the tunability, the air efficiency you can get out of it after doing some upgrades and stuff, I'd say it's probably your best pick. There's a ton of other options out there if you want to have some simpler levels of programming and don't want to deal with some upgrades. But the air efficiency for me is a big deal when I'm talking about LMGs, especially if I'm going to an MSW and I have to carry all my tanks on me. I want to make that air last as long as I can.
Yeah. So I think 249 Fusion engine.
Yep.
Does Silverback make anything besides the MDRX? Literally never heard of them. Yes, they do. The Silverback actually kind of, at least how I found out about them, was their sniper rifles. They built a bullpup sniper rifle, and it was fantastic out of the box, and it gained a lot of popularity. The Brain Exploder back in the day did a video on the Silverback bullpup, and it was like mind blowing how well it shot out of the box. And then they built this one actually. This is actually a Silverback.
Yes.
So you might not be able to see it entirely, but they built this guy. It looks super good. So this is a Silverback, and then they moved into the AEG world and they built the MDRX. And all the construction, as I kill myself with the helmet up there, all the construction of their guns is fantastic.
Internally, the first AEG was the MDRX. That works very well. The internal construction of the MDRX was very interesting to me when we first got them. There were a few issues with it that has been pretty well documented by a lot of different people at this point, so I'm not going to go into those. But the coolest part is they did a very, very quick update, addressed all the issues, which is not something I can say for a lot of other companies when they hear all these issues. And they make it known, like, hey, we recognize that there were some issues with the first batch. Here's a complete upgrade to the new version of the gearbox, and it works fine now.
Right.
It works exactly how they wanted it to. So I really appreciate that. If you don't know anything about Silverback, I think they're a very good company in general because they actually listen.
Right.
A few from YouTube and other places. This might sound dumb, but what size tank would be best to get for a high kappa? I'm looking at an HK Army 48 cubic tank, but I'm kind of worried there's a chance the gun could blow up if I get too big of a tank. So let's address 2 parts, because it's kind of a 2-part question. The misconception about tank size, pressures, and the gun you're running it in. So you, on your tank, have a regulator already on it before you actually put your main regulator on it. That is going to drop the pressure from the inside of the tank. So if your tank holds 3,000 to 4,500 PSI, it drops it down to about 300 PSI at the top of the head.
SLP is 300.
Yeah.
800 standard.
So there's only going to be 300 PSI to 800 PSI if you're running, non-SLP. And then your regulator that you put on top of that is going to regulate that down even further to the actual operating pressure that your gun will be at, generally
40 to 120.
Yeah, somewhere in that. I mean, for a
high kappa, don't exceed 100.
Yeah.
I'd say probably 80 is the most comfortable range.
Yeah.
80's healthy, don't exceed 100.
Yeah.
Please.
So
if it's stock,
whatever size of tank you have is not gonna change. Yeah, it's not gonna change how your gun operates. It's just gonna be how long you can shoot before you need to refill your tank. That's all that is.
Yeah, the 3,000 number is not what's going into your gun.
Yeah.
So, but a 48 cubic inch tank is a perfect starter tank.
And a 48 cubic is talking about the actual cubic size.
Cubic inches.
Yeah.
It's like square feet.
So that's a great one to start out with. It's honestly, in my opinion, the most universal size. You can go to an outdoor game with that. You can go to an indoor field with that.
It fits a lot of bags.
Yeah. It's a great size. It's a great platform. You can't really go wrong with it. It's for a really good price. You're not breaking your bank just because you need a piece of equipment to now run your gun.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great option. For me personally, if I'm running a high kappa, or in my case, my AAP01, if I'm running those, I do one of two things. Either I have my regular chest rig set up and I have my dual 26s on my back because I find them more comfortable than just one giant cylinder on my spine. Or a lot of the things that I see people do, and I really love them doing, is carrying like a single 13 horizontally on their belt, which I think is probably the best setup for indoor play.
For indoor play, if you have air available at your field.
If you have air available at your field, which I assume most times for most
Most
fields.
of the time. I genuinely think the 48 cubic inch tank is the best. Like, you get it and you can run it with almost any platform, and it's very cost efficient.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Best
personally.
bang for buck. Maybe. Yeah.
So do that.
Good
Be
value buy.
So look up the case STIEG.
Oh yeah, I got that over here. The Case Steger 470, and then with that image in mind, you have unlimited resources to arm it into a tank. How would you do it?
A tank? I can't drive it.
Ross,
Can't drive a tank.
Ross, you suck, and we're gonna figure it out. So we're gonna come back to it.
We will return. What kind of plate carriers are y'all running at this moment?
I don't really run a plate carrier. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really run a plate carrier for a few reasons that I actually should probably run a plate carrier for.
Tom can't handle the weight.
No, I can't. No, I'm fat and slow.
No.
But I don't. I play airsoft and I like moving through the woods a lot more. I care more about like the kit I have on me than running plates that aren't real or anything like that. Unless I'm running weighted plates like you do.
I just like the weight.
I don't really care for it because the way that my rig is set up, the way I generally have a rig set up, is not with a plate carrier in mind. It's generally just a chest rig with a bunch of universal pouches, and I can throw whatever I want.
You're like the random character generate button.
I am. I'm 100%.
That is probably the best way to describe Tom.
Yeah.
But it always works.
Because I like having a bunch of utility pouches because depending on if I'm going to go to a very LARP heavy game, or I'm going to go to a very long-term game, or I'm going to go to a short-term game, I don't change my kit up a lot because we go to so many different events that I can just grab my kit and go, okay, I know what pockets I have. I know what dividers I have. I know where things fit. And I'm just going to throw what I need in those pockets.
Oh, I am jealous at times that it's like, this is a universal setup.
That's why I have it set up. Now, because of that, though, I probably should run a plate carrier because
Something a little bit more load bearing.
That's exactly it.
You would benefit from an AVS.
I probably actually would.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is probably, if I were to purchase another plate carrier, an AVS would definitely be the go-to. But as for...
I've looked at the thoraxes solely because of the comm setups that I use, and the shoulder pads on them are really bulky. And that's always something for me is the weight always goes onto my shoulders a lot.
That's what the AVS would believe.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's the nice thing
the
about
AVS is nice. It's harder to get.
They are. They're expensive.
Yeah.
But they are probably one of the best plate carriers ever made.
Yeah, they're very, very good.
But they're expensive, and a lot of people, they're hard to fit smaller people. That's the other thing I've heard about them. You need the small wings on the side.
Yeah, and that's kind of part of my problem.
But I currently am using a JVC 1.0. And if I'm not wearing a JVC 1.0, it would depend on the kit, but either a Emerald Defender or a Blue Defender, or if I'm doing the sober kit, it'd be a Bagari.
Yeah.
and then that's my carriers, I think.
What do you guys run generally? Do you run plate carrier? Do you run chest rigs? What's the most common thing for you guys? And I think I'm more tailoring that towards my Milsim guys because I don't think a lot of speed softers are generally running around with a plate carrier. I've seen some, but generally chest rig, belt rig. Actually, yeah, let's leave it up to that. What are you guys running? A plate carrier most of the time, a chest rig most of the time, or a belt rig, and not in combination? Like, what are you solely running? Because most people also, if they're plate carriers, they're running a belt rig too sometimes. Some people run a slip carrier with a chest rig over it. Let us know what you guys are running. I'd love to know. Hell yeah, at that SEMA. Dope. That dope like the dopest dope I have ever smoked type of dope.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. We threw it together, I think, Tuesday. I bought it. Or Monday. I love that comment. That was a good one.
That was very good. When it comes to inner barrels, what do you prefer? 6.03, 6.01. Myself, I've had better luck out of 6.03s. Your mileage is going to vary.
What's edgy?
Edges is 6.01.
Then yeah, that's what I like. I just forgot.
And I run a 6.01 PDI sometimes. I run a 6.01 edgy. Generally stainless steel. That's generally what I'm running. I've run Orgas before, and they work crazy good.
Yeah,
Orga wide bores work crazy good, but I've run Prometheus in mine, which are generally 6.03s. They work great. I would argue that the polish on the barrel is more important than a 0.02 difference in bore.
Correct.
Unless you're going for air efficiency.
Then yeah, tight is.
Then the tighter is better.
Yeah.
But the polish on the barrel is far more important than the bore when we're talking about that much of a difference in bore. Now we're talking like crazy differences in bore. Yes, you will see some variances in consistency, but the polish is why I run an EDGI 6.01. It's not because it's a 6.01. It's because it's the polish
is the most polished barrel you can get your hands on.
And that's why I run that. There's nothing wrong with the 6.03 though. They run honestly just as good as other 6.01s of the same level of polish is what I'm going to say. If they were equal in the level of polish and machining done with them, so maybe a little bit rougher, then I would say there's nothing really weird about them.
Any possibility for an HPA SVD? Yes, you can HPA and SVD. They actually sell a specific Polestar F2 for an SVD. It's not fun, but it's possible.
Yeah, exactly. It's not fun. Oh, blackjack cigarette.
I want to get an M240 Matrix or Lancer. I was surprised to see the Lancer made one and that you carry it. Surprisingly, the construction is pretty decent. If you plan on putting some money into it and like upgrading it, it'd probably be a pretty good buy. But I think out of the box, I don't think we've put many rounds through it. I have talked to Dalton about his because he's one of the guys I know that bought the Lancer. Oh, cool.
He likes how it's running. It's running just fine for him. The one thing I noticed when I was trying to go over some details with him when we were going back and forth on it, the box mag itself is probably one of the lightest weight constructions of a box mag.
Like cardboard?
No, it's like clear plastic. It's like clear.
It's like
well, it's not even that. It's like that. You know the blister packs that sometimes products come in? Like you go to a store and you guys buy a product and it has like a blister pack holding it together and you have to cut through it. It's like made out of that plastic, but it's not that it breaks and rips easily.
I think it'd be really easy for someone to 3D print a new insert.
I think that's the only gripe I would have with it. It runs fine. It's fine. I'm saying it's very crushable. It's a little bit delicate in that perspective.
Well, then you'd probably be good with the Lancer.
Yeah.
So, there's not many options for him, sadly.
No, there's not. I'm looking to get into Airsoft. Okay, Blackjack. It looks really cool. What's the best Springer build? I've been looking at the M4K7. It looks like it shoots fast. Thank you, Blackjack.
It probably shoots better than any of your currently owned rifles.
Yeah.
So I would go with it.
It's probably far better than anything I've ever seen you own.
Yeah, or build. Yeah. So I say go for it. You guys are awesome. I watch every weekday later on YouTube. I had a question for y'all. Do you think it'd be able to put a Kythera and a CGS stock on the new Elite Force HK M110?
HK
the new one.
Okay. This actually kind of goes back to the 416 talk I was talking about earlier. So
keep going.
So the new M110, apparently, we haven't torn one open yet. In an HPA build, we will be doing that soon. But
you can
HPA it. I don't know if you can put a Kythera in it. For the same
No, there was a guy I saw. It was a comment on a video today. He put a Kythera in it. Apparently,
did you put the SR25 version in?
I don't know for a fact.
For what the way I am looking at that gearbox, it is based off the 417 gearbox, which uses an extended cylinder. So you would, in my mind, looking at it, you would have to use an SR25 Kythera to do it. And then you would also have to get the right nozzle, play around with that. We haven't played around with it yet, but we're going to. And then you need to see how the trigger interacts. Now, it is a modern, it's been updated since the 417, but it is a very similar gearbox to the 417.
Mm-hmm.
If they connected the trigger area to the actual inside of the mech box or the gearbox, I could see it being done. You may need to play around with it. Like, I have a Kythera in my Tavor. That does not mean it easily went into the Tavor at all. Slight modifications may be able to be done to make it fit and work. Right now, though, I don't know. I haven't looked into his. The comment guy, I haven't looked into his yet. I definitely want to. Apparently, it is doable, but I don't know to what level and what obstacles you have to overcome with custom work to get it to work properly. It definitely works with any electronic system. You can definitely do that. But as far as mechanical systems go, because I know a lot of guys want to do Kythera, change the weight on it, do a CGS stock, no line. I get that. That's a really fun build for DMRs. We'll get back to you.
Yeah, we'll know down the road. Indoor chest rig, outdoor. I use my Slickster. Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Plate carrier gang. The best Tom kit was the Dawn.
Literally walking around with a shoulder backpack and a cigar and fleet of guys surrounding me. Yes, that was awesome.
AK/RPK is my Smirsh. Yes. M4 is my plate carrier. Yes. And then best pistol for 250.
250. Team AP01.
Team High Kappa.
Actually, no. Glock 17. CO2.
Yeah, the Glock 17 Gen 5.
Glock 17, Gen 5, CO2.
Then you have a little bit of extra money to put into mags and parts.
Yeah.
That'd be my statement.
CryJPC 2.0 is a great carrier. Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
CPC greater than AVS.
Okay.
Hey, when do your guys TM 4.3 restock? Trying to think of our distributor on that. I think we should be getting another order of those within the next month.
Hopefully.
Save your Christmas money.
Sign up for resale notifications.
And Blackjack says K19 Life.
Okay.
Okay, buddy. I'm still running a 2012 Ciruc plate carrier. Okay.
Ciruc plate carrier.
CIRUC.
Trying to think. I'll have to look that up later.
The 240 box mag is the weakest part of it. Yes, it is. Thoughts on the Sniper Mechanic Wasp piston? I absolutely love it.
Very good.
Also, will y'all ever get Tridos products in? We'll definitely get them in if people want us to get them in.
That's usually our mentality.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting for us. So we've been doing a lot of inventory, like adjustments and stuff, and like trying to figure out like what we carry, what is moving, what's not moving, what was popular, what's not popular anymore. And we've been looking into a lot of it. The cool thing that I really like about us, we get a lot of smaller, less known companies in that I love working with because they are basically the founders of the company that care a lot and they do want to get the products out there. So I do like that we carry some of those weirder ones or those weirder parts.
Yeah.
So we'll look into Tridos and take a look at it and see if we can get them in. Most people are willing to work with us, thankfully, which I really appreciate. And we'll try and get them in and that way you guys have access to it.
Yep. Usually, if you have any interest in a product, just shoot us an email.
Yeah.
We'll look into it.
While I'm out, have to head to work. Be safe and have a great day. Thanks, man.
You too, homie.
Always great comments from you, dude.
Where's the haircut this week? No one needed a haircut this week, actually. Tom's next.
I actually do need a haircut next.
You schedule one?
For February.
Yeah, I know. The wait's crazy. Right
Yeah.
now.
Well, it's holidays.
Yeah.
Any more YouTube stuff?
Shoot, one just rolled in.
Read it to the class.
Could you kindly have some Perun clickers in stock? Y'all are my first choice online retailer and would be willing to wait for you guys to stock them.
Yeah, dude, we stock a lot of Perun stuff, and I appreciate, dude. That's awesome for you wanting to wait. If you have an event or something, grab it from somewhere else. If we don't have it, I appreciate you so much. But if you got to get your gun up and running, and you want to do it, grab from somebody else. We're not going to take it as a personal offense at all. But we probably are having another Perun shipment coming in the next month, I think, of a lot of them. So we should have some. And again, Christmas money. Grab it, save it, and then if you want to buy from us stuff that we don't have currently because everybody bought on Black Friday, it'll probably be back in by that point.
More than likely. You can also, if you want a more accurate, like, hey, when is this coming in? Just shoot us an email at sales.
We'll literally look up the turnaround time for you.
Yeah, and we'll see what it looks like.
Oh, great. Yeah, text here.
Anyway, he had like a poll the other day on his Instagram. It was about like, would you like to see a video about this?
Oh yeah.
And I had to share it because he tagged Anthony. I had to. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
Thanks.
I'd be very interested to learn. Thanks. I love learning.
Tritos makes the best TDC for the VSR platform in a lot of people's opinions. He also makes a carbine kit for the Mark 23 plus SSX 23 platform Novriches.
That's pretty sick.
I wish another brand made an M13 other than MCX. Yeah. But you mean, this is a what? An M13.
I don't even know. Logan, look up an M13. M13.
I think that is just the MCX.
Is it a rifle?
Yeah, M13 is basically MCX.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you probably no other company is ever going to make that because that is actually made by SIG, the gun company. That's made in their Airsoft department, and they contract with VFC right now, Elite Force, to have the bodies and internals made. But SIG literally makes that gun.
Yep. Probably won't see anything else, sadly.
Unless they contract with some other manufacturer.
Yeah. What I got to do for some free stuff? We don't do that.
If you grab $75 worth of things, you will get free shipping.
That's a great response, actually.
So there's some free stuff right there.
If you buy a mystery box, technically you're spending like $50, but you're getting more than $50 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's free stuff, technically.
Sadly,
we don't just give stuff out. I'm sorry.
I mean, if you show up to an event, you probably get a raffle prize from us.
More than likely.
Yeah. Or if you go to the Bolt,
you go to the Bolt Bash.
You go to the Bolt Bash.
Absolutely bonkers.
You're gonna get some absolutely crazy thing at the Bolt Bash. That was an absolute crazy giveaway. Tronos TDC is based. You get to pick who commented that.
Oh my god, Blackjack.
No.
I don't know who it was.
Who is it?
It was Ant.
It was Ant Tech.
Ant Tech.
Ant Tech. Ant Tech is based. Looking to build a PKM. Should I go with an A&K one, or have I been looking at the LCT PKP? What be best?
Well,
funny enough, we have both of those, I think.
If you want to carry 27 plus pounds of weight, get the LCT. But the A&K is honestly pretty good. And
Frag, how much do you want to
suffer
/ make everybody just smaller than you?
Yeah, I mean, if you got the cash and you carry the weight, the LCT is fantastic. The construction's unbelievable, and it takes all your standard upgrades. So
it is hefty.
I mean, super heavy.
It's
I mean, it's
hefty.
stupid. It's like dumb.
It's one of the
heavy it is.
heaviest airsoft guns you could buy, probably.
Yeah. So it'd be cool though.
The AK ones work great though. They run super good. If you're going to HPA it, I mean, it comes more down to the body, in my opinion, than anything else. So, Antech actually has a good response for that. ANK is easier to AEG. LCT is better externally. LCT PKP gearbox is not based.
What a goof.
Yeah, that is kind of one of the things with older LCT designs of their internals. They do suffer a little bit on the internal side compared to some of the more redone. Now, LCT's newer line of things has been crazy good.
Yeah.
But the PKP, I don't think has gotten a redesign internally in forever. So, he said, "You already know I hate myself." All right, so you're getting the PKP.
Okay, the LCT PKP sounds like it's right up your alley. And then what size fitting is the amp line?
There's a few different.
Yeah, we have multiple fittings. I mean, what happened?
What happened?
Oh, YouTube just went down, but we still have Instagram and
Is the
TikTok.
camera black?
Oh, yeah, I wonder if it overheated.
Unplug it from the charger. Yeah, let's pull that out. Is it?
I just restarted it. So
Oh, we're good. Yeah, we're up.
okay,
We're still chilling.
So we probably were broadcasting, just went down.
Yeah, the
Okay.
video just cut out. But we're good.
We're back live from Amp Airsoft.
But just on YouTube. So we're cool.
That's not YouTube. Imagine getting mid-cap syndrome on an LMG that is an LCT PKP. Okay.
No, that doesn't happen. No, I
You haven't had that happen?
No.
All right.
I put with the Bulgar insert.
Well, that's probably
even
why.
prior.
Yeah.
No, even prior. Never
I did it again.
mid-cap syndrome. It might be overheated.
Yeah.
Point
Well,
the fan at it.
we still get the comments
Yeah,
coming through, so.
Sure.
Oh, it's back.
Yeah, you just turn it on.
Turn it on and off. That's magic valve.
Got it.
Let me see.
Nozzle is too long for its own good. That's a lot of different guns, but yes, that one in particular as well. I have trouble with Wolverine Reaper that I bought from you is misfeeding. First pull the BB goes and other pull goes dry and continue with that pattern. There's a few different versions of the Reaper that give you different triggers and different things. So if you have like the Spartan board or the premium FCU, there are tuning things that I could tell you to do. But if you bought like the one you have to solder in place, there's not a lot of tuning you can do there because it is literally just open and close as you pull the trigger. There's also a mechanical version of it as well. It's kind of the same way. So what I would say is email us, and then we'll get you in a much more detailed conversation. That way I can get videos off of you. I can get photos off of you. And we can see exactly what's causing that. See if it's nozzle alignment, see if it's the unit itself, maybe more lubrication or something. Might be faulty. Don't know. It could be. It really depends. But if you email us at sales@ampedairsoft.com and then say you were talking on the live, you had a comment in the live, and then restate what you put here, and then we could try and get some more information over you. Our customer service team is quite good. They're kind of crazy, but they're quite good. So if you could do that, that would probably be the best way I could help you. Hey guys, KWA Mod 1 fully upgraded versus the VFC MP7 A1, no budget. Yes, you can HPA it. VFC MP7 all day. All day. The MP7 form factor I like a lot better than the Mod 1. The Mod 1 is very similar to like it's not an MP5 exactly, but it's kind of that same form factor of an MP5 or like a 9mm AR. The MP7 is just so nice. I always love running my MP7. If you can get it HPA, definitely get it HPA'd. The mags are really good for it. They are proprietary, but so is the Mod 1. KWA makes good guns, but if you literally told me I could have one or the other, I would immediately tell you the VFC NP7A1.
Yeah.
100% all day.
Here's a really in-depth one. How is air even soft? You can't feel it.
What am I doing with my life? Oh my god.
It's a legitimate question.
I love you guys. Okay, so how is air soft? Okay, so how are things soft? Let's talk about that.
It is an ironic name that I think we overlook a lot of the time.
If you look at matter and the 3 stages of matter, which is gas, liquid, and solids.
Here we go.
No, we're not doing all that.
Yeah, you said it was a legitimate question. I'm going to give it a legitimate answer.
No, I'm not answering this. Airsoft.
Hi guys, I'm from the UK going to Disney World for family holiday. Can you recommend anywhere close to get a skirmish day in? You're in Orlando area if you're going to Disney World.
Orlando.
Yeah, he's going to Orlando for a family holiday. Quick day of skirmish. There's a few. Most of the airsoft places I'm thinking in Florida are all in Miami area. There's a few.
Welcome to Miami.
There's a few up near there. Think of a few different ones off the top of my head. I keep thinking of ones all around like the Miami area or the Tampa area. But what I would probably do is go into the Northeast Airsoft Facebook community, and I would go search for some Florida fields there. That's what I would probably tell you to do, because I can't think of one near Orlando off the top of my head. I can think of like 5 down in Miami. Frag, I'll probably do the PKP and have some fun trying to upgrade it as an AG, and goal is MSW LMG build. I have enough other LMGs.
Bro. Hold up. Let's go.
All right. Don't throw tomatoes at me. Say boo and tomatoes.
I mean, you said it's at you, so I'm fine, man.
Yeah, I know.
I'm chilling.
Tomatoes.
What do you have over there?
Yo, I love Amped. We love you too. We really do. Thank you. And that Tabor looks real AF.
Thanks, man. That is one of my favorite builds I've ever done.
Whoops. I didn't think the threads would run out that fast.
I hate you.
I hate myself
so much. Yeah, I'm aware.
On you go.
Oh, it's definitely, yep, that's working. Yep, Wes.
I'm reading questions. Should I buy a shotgun or a mystery box? Buy what you want. Like, I'm saying that, like, if you want a shotgun,
just buy it.
Just buy the shotgun.
Just buy the shotgun.
But if you just have like money burning a hole in your pocket, buy a mystery box.
And the cool thing with our mystery boxes, we do have a questionnaire on there for you to fill out, so that you it puts us in the right direction when we put your mystery box together. Because we're gonna grab a bunch of random stuff for you if you don't fill it out. But if you do fill it out, then you're probably going to get a lot more of what you would actually want your money to go towards, instead of just like random things, because we don't have any information of what you want.
Correct. Y'all, light machine gun, that's what you should buy. Or that.
That is the one thing I need to get, is an LMG. And I don't have one because I just never think about running them. I have a bunch over here.
Oh, okay. We'll do it.
Give me your top 5 airsoft companies for guns only.
5?
Top 5. I mean, Elite Force. If I say Elite Force, that kind of takes care of a lot of guns.
Yeah, I was going to say Elite Force is...
Like, Elite Force, there's a ton of guns that Elite Force carries.
Top 5? Holy smokes, dude.
Them.
No 5 manufacturers.
Crytek.
He's just going to name the ones I'm going to say.
Specna.
LCT.
KWA. LCT. Yeah, I would say LCT or Arcturus, one of the two of them.
Yeah, Sistema, Tokyo Marui, LCT.
GBLS.
There's a lot of good ones. I love VFC, though. I think they make good stuff.
I'm in New Jersey. Question: could you help with a great custom shop for builds? Jackal Tactical is a PA shop, but it's very close to the Philly area. They do some pretty good work. I think Nomad Milsim is also in the Philly area. He does some decent tech work as well. They're a Milsim company, but they're also a store, and they do some great work. So I would check him out. Trying to think around your area. I know of a bunch of fields, but I don't know how much they do high-level custom work. Those ones are in PA, but they're more the eastern side of PA, so you might be able to send something there or at least get it to more of a local area for you. Otherwise, Zulu and Amptech are in the New York area if you're in the northern part of Jersey. Those are some I could name off the top of my head.
Y'all are building my HPA gun right now. I'm so hyped. Heck yeah, dude.
We're building so many HPA guns.
So many HPA guns. So thank you for the support. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. I hope you enjoy it. And then wanting to HPA MP5, but I don't have a big budget. Anything aside from a Kythera, anything aside Kythera, question mark. I don't need full auto. Kythera would be cheap. It'd be budget friendly.
Yep.
Or a
N7.
N7.
Or a Mancraft if you're doing an AK build.
Well, it's an MP5. So if it's a V2. So.
Yeah, if you're trying to go budget. And then if you're also trying to go budget, but it's you want to do electric. Inferno,
Jack.
Yeah, Inferno and Jack.
And mechanical or electric N7.
Yeah.
I mean, all
the
those.
electric N7.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
we
only have like 8 minutes, so we're trying to get through all the questions.
Okay, I got a few over here. Oh, also go check out Beyond Clothing, running some massive sales right now. May not be Russian, but still comfy. Okay.
Oh, I had Beyond Clothing G3 cut woodland pants.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Stupid nice.
Okay. For like how much? Like a nice amount?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like more than cry amount.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then
Then they didn't fit my waist because I got heavy. I got too big. They were like a 28S when I got them. That's how long ago I got them. I don't have any more. Oh. I'll give them to you anyway.
I know. Why you blocked Tom's face, lol. Thanks, Vic. You're the only one defending me.
Vic, I'm gonna see you tonight.
He says, also, see you boys tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. What time are you getting here? I don't even know.
I think we're doing
Let him answer.
Yeah, what time are you getting here? Also, so happy you guys stick the Scar H Redline. So have you guys stock the Scar H Redline N7 nozzles? Yeah.
We stock a lot of silly stuff.
We stock a lot of weird things, but it's like just those little niche things that people want in a blue moon, but they can't find anywhere else. Thoughts on Scorpion Evo Inferno? Great thing that keeps all the original functionality and all the benefits of HPA. I love it a lot. I think the AEG is extremely good, but the pre-done one from Wolverine is honestly nuts. If it's the MP5K, it's a version 3, and the N7 Milsim doesn't like stock trigger. Yes, and that is kind of the problem with the N7 Milsim plunger system. If it's not an M4 or it's not a traditional version 3, they don't like to play well with certain things. So you got to be a little bit tricky.
Creative.
He says 5-ish is when he'll be here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, dude. Why so late?
It's Vic. We're running on Vic time.
You'll be lucky if he even shows up.
I mean, he didn't last time.
I know. It's like unreal. Dude puts on an event and doesn't show up.
What you got over there?
We're cool.
All right. We're just going to stare at the camera then.
What? No. So, for anyone who is local, this Friday we're doing our Amped night at the Amped Airsoft Arena, where all the employees from the shop who play Airsoft are going to play Airsoft. And you guys can come out. We're going to have a full house and run a lot of games. And should be a good time. Logan, the camera fell. Or Juggernaut.
No!
She shifted.
It's good.
Mr. Instagram.
It's good. In my defense, my mother died, and I was still gonna come. Well, Okay, that is.
Okay, I didn't know that was the case. Jeez, way to make me feel like an ass. Like,
But
damn.
Here's the thing. You said you were still gonna come, but you didn't. Because I'll just double down on it at that point.
I'm retracting. I'm going the other direction.
I'm doubling down. At that point, it's like, well, I'm just gonna own it.
I'm gonna own my statement.
He better show up this time. This is amped. Oops.
Oops, are you coming in?
I mean, he's probably helping run it. I would
Well,
assume.
yeah, I assume, but I don't know. Vic pretty much runs his own show.
I mean, that
at this point.
is true.
I was just curious.
Yeah, amped day this Friday.
You're not dying on me, baby.
Is
This
it
is
getting hot again?
The logo came.
I'll be there.
What are you doing?
In my defense. Oh, okay, I'll be there. I still await your answer about the Steiger. Oh yeah, I guess.
Oh, all right. Look up a Steiger 470, Logan.
Huh?
Look up a Steiger 470 tank.
STIEGER.
470.
Big tracker.
Oh, that shit hard.
Killdozer plays softly in the background.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I would totally own
Oh
it.
my
These things are
God.
expensive.
Yeah, those things are crazy.
Dude, no one understands how expensive
like
farm equipment is.
equipment's like millions of dollars
it's
for
insane,
one tractor.
dude. Yeah, so I couldn't do that. There's my answer.
Amp Day is like the Christmas present everyone deserves. Wow, okay. Okay, gonna run my last meeting for the day. See you boys in a few. Have fun, bud. We'll see you in a bit.
Bye. It's over 500,000 and I've driven it. That's hard. Can you imagine? Like, yeah, I drove like a $500,000 vehicle. What is it? Tractor. Dude. If you don't think that tractor's sexy, I don't know which one is. That was good too. I'm on it today.
That was so bad.
I don't care.
That was so forced.
I don't care.
That was so bad.
They're punning.
No, they're not. They're so bad.
See, I'm getting hearts over here. I'm getting likes on TikTok.
No, they're watching me die inside. They like watching me die.
Yeah. Because I'm amazing.
No.
It's like driving a spaceship. That's wild. I wish Tag would get around the ATF ruling. Thought about getting a firework license.
I don't even know if you can get them with a firework license just because they're not importing. Like they're just not importing.
They're really stiff arming us on this one.
It is getting figured out. I am going to say, and I'm saying that confidently. It is getting figured out, but I'm not going to say any more on that.
Yeah. So join us this Friday for Amp Night at the Airsoft Arena. Be there or be square. New posts will go out about it here shortly. It'll be fun. You get to shoot Tom. You get to shoot your favorite Amp Airsoft employee legally.
Yeah.
You gonna be there?
I have a thing on Friday. Well, the Amp Day.
Always have a thing.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, it is. It's fun. It's punny. But anyway, join us this Friday. And if you don't, I'll be upset. So go follow the Amped Airsoft Arena on Instagram, Facebook, whatever social media platform you prefer. And keep up to date. So,
I was going to talk about our tourist guns and that kind of stuff, but we only have a minute left. And we could talk about how air is soft. I could go into the details on how air is in fact soft.
I got my HPA gun from you guys, and I love it. That is a great way to end the live. So we are so glad that you love it, and we appreciate the support. Yep. So that's every week, Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Join us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch. The Bonus Time Live.
Yeah.